What's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? This is your boy Chris back with another reptile video to help you guys raise your reptile in a best condition. So for today, what I decided to do is I'm going to be showing you guys one of the products that I purchased from South Korea. I'm not affiliated with it. I didn't get any sponsor or anything with this. I just want to show you guys this product today because right now the current situations for my geckos is that we are very low in stock for insects, and our insects are coming in very soon, but because we have nothing to feed at the moment, this is the products that we are feeding right now, and it's going perfectly fine with no issues. So I wanted to show you this products that I have on my hand and basically show you guys how you can use this for yourself as well. I was actually going to be using it for just my personal use only, for my personal geckos, but because my people from Instagram, they've been asking us a lot about the product, so I decided to show it to you guys and maybe have a couple of them on sale on our website. So if you click a link down below in the descriptions, we will have this link on our site. It's going to be very few. Because I just had a couple of them for my reptiles only, but because I have like a little bit of extra, I decided to have it on there for you guys to try. But yeah, it's going to be available down below for a couple of them, so if you want to give it a shot, make sure you click that link down below. But basically what this is that it is a replacement for the insects, so you don't actually need anything when you have these. And I think these are pretty good as long as your geckos like them, because you don't even have to buy all these insects every time when you run out from Petco or PetSmart or any other places, and sometimes it's a lot of hassle to get those insects. I personally think that, to be honest. And some of the people who like gecko, they just don't like insects, so they don't really get a gecko because of that insect issues. But if you have this, I think this will be definitely a life changer for you. So I would definitely recommend it if you haven't tried. But some geckos don't eat them. I have like 50 of reptiles at my locations. About 80% eats them, but still rest 20% still doesn't eat them, which I'm not really going to force them to eat if they don't like it, because I can just feed them insects if they don't. But because I was able to fulfill 80% of them when I'm very low with insects like dubias or mealworms, I can just simply use this and then feed them for next couple days, basically. So what I brought here today is there is going to be the dish that we normally use for our reptiles. All you need is basically water and some powder, and that's it. It's really simple. But there's a main key points that I want to kind of give you guys, which that is the main reason why I'm recording this video. When I first bought this product, I didn't like it because in the commercial or advertisements, they show you like these amazing reptiles eating these puddings that's made out of this powder. But when I actually try it with my reptiles, they had no interest in it, and I thought it was just a fake advertisement. But after like couple months, when I was low in stock for insects, I just decided to give it a try one more time. And the main reason why my gecko didn't eat it last time when I first served these powder to my geckos was because the portion was very wrong, and the temperature of the pudding that I served was very wrong too. So that's why I think the geckos wasn't really like to eat my pudding when I created them a long time ago. But after I figured a great way to feed our pudding, I think it is now a good video to help you guys, since my video is always about teaching you guys how to raise your reptile in the best conditions. So sorry about the background, it's just my kitchen. But basically what you need to do is very first things that you want to do is you want to make the water hot for the powder to dissolve faster. So what I like to do, this is just my personal tips, There's a bunch of other ways other people do. Yeah, you put the water on this bowl. I will say like half away. I would put very little bit of water because when you create this pudding, it expires after 2 days. I don't recommend using it for a very long time. So if you have a lot of geckos and you have a lot of geckos to feed, I definitely go with like a lot of pudding at once. But if you don't have a lot of geckos, then I would just put a very small portions whenever you need some for your geckos. So after you put some water here, what you're gonna do is I'm going to be putting this thing into my microwave for just 20 seconds. 20 seconds is pretty much good enough amount of time to boil up the water. It's not even that much of water, so in 20 seconds it's probably be super quick to get that ready. So once you boil it for 20 seconds, you just have to be very careful because the water is very hot. It's definitely super hot, so you just want to be careful with that. With the powder that I have here, you want to put 1 to 2 ratio. So 1 spoon of powder and 2 times of water when you're mixing it with the Fruity Bite. The amount that I like to use, let me focus on this. This is how much I have. Yeah, once you have this amount, then you just simply put it in the water and stir it up with any spoons. I don't recommend using plastic spoons because it's hot water. It's not going to be good for your gecko. So you definitely want to use some kind of metal or wood material, which I'm going to be mixing this with the wood chopstick that I have here. When you mix the powder with the water, and if it's too watery, then you just need to put more powder in there to thicken the water. But the main point for this pudding is that it needs to be a little bit sticky before it becomes pudding. So if it's not too thick, then if it's too light, if it's too watery, then I'll put more powder in there to make the texture more thick. But once you're done with that, what you need to do is there are 3 different options. With some people, they like to put this in a refrigerator, and that's what I did the first time because when you put it in a refrigerator, it definitely becomes pudding a lot faster. However, when you put it in a refrigerator, it's really hard to get the temperature up before you feed the reptiles. It's just gonna be too cold, and geckos doesn't like that when they're eating pudding. So what I recommend is if your room temperature is between 70 to 80, somewhere around there, then I would just have it outside in your rooms or living room for maybe next 15 to 30 minutes or even longer. But once you wait a couple minutes, then you will start to see that this liquid will start turning into pudding. And once that is done, then that's when you can start feeding into geckos. My personal tips that I like to do for this is that I like to put it in an incubator that I keep my red octoskinks in, which those temperatures is going to be like 75, and those temperatures are really good, no matter how cold or how hot it is. For the pudding, it definitely helps becomes pudding fast, and also when you take those out, you can immediately feed it to your geckos, and that's how I've been feeding to my geckos. And let me show you guys some close-up view. So this is what it's gonna look like in a close-up view. You can definitely tell that the liquid is a lot more slimy. And for those who are interested in the product, this is the products that I have for you guys. It's the Fruity Bite, and in the back of the side, it has all the instruction in English. and the nutrition fact. You can definitely see everything there. For those who might want to see the inside. That's how it actually looks like, the powder. Maybe I would show you guys like this. The one thing that I noticed while I was unboxing this product was that there's some small rocks in there, which I think it wasn't meant to be in there, but when you see them, you definitely want to take those out, because I don't think that would be good for geckos. I don't think that geckos could digest that, and you can see it right away. It's not like very small particle. It's big enough for you to actually recognize. So once you see those small particles go into this pudding, then just take them out and feed just the pudding for your geckos. So after you're done with that, I'm going to go upstairs and put this in my incubator. So this is one of my incubator for my red Reptile skink, and as you can see, the temperature is 75, and it worked really well for me last time when I created the pudding for my geckos. So I will just have it sit there inside the incubator and just wait for next couple minutes to hour, but I will pretty much be keeping it in this incubator for next hour, just to make sure that the pudding is perfect before I serve it to my gecko.
A few moments later.
While you're feeding these, you probably noticed that there's not a lot of calciums from this pudding. So what I like to do is I would just sprinkle some calcium powders, vitamins powder here on the top, like a funnel cake, and that way you will be able to like give them all the full nutritions at the same time. So that's one good recommendations that I recommend for small baby geckos. Hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if this is your first time visiting our channel. But meanwhile, I'll try to come up with another good content for you guys to teach you everything about the leopard geckos and red Reptile skinks. And also one last thing that I want to give you guys update on, which I did post this on our Instagram page today. But basically what we're doing this Friday is that when you watch this video, you'll probably have the products updated on our stores, online store, and all those websites will be down in the description, so you'll be able to find our website. But basically what I'm doing is that this is going to be the 2.0 triple dish that we created, and we want to hear a feedback before we actually create this in the mass productions. So there's going to be a removable calcium bowl where you can attach them and remove them when you're cleaning, and there's going to be a bigger gap opening lid for your bigger geckos, and also there's going to be a closing lid for you to clean a lot better when you're cleaning one side and another side. So that will be updated today, which is the day when I update my video. So if you want to try out, make sure you go to our website's right now, because only 10 of them are going to be available, and we are going to individually contact you for your personal feedback on this. So if you're interested, if you want to try the products that no one tried, only 10 people. I'm not sure if it will be available during this time when you're watching, because who knows, the product might be all sold by the time when you're watching my video until now. So make sure you go check that out and get them if you see them available, because they're not going to be available every day. It's just going to be the 10 products for sampling. That's the updates that I want to give out to you guys, since there might be people who probably don't follow our Instagram page. So make sure you get them if you can, and I will look forward to hearing back from you with the really good feedbacks. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Gecko!